Are you updated with the news about the coronavirus or the so-called COVID-19? Do you know that there are about 1.4 times 10 to the 6 confirmed cases only here in the Philippines? Don't you know what 1.4 times 10 to the 6 even mean? Well, you're in luck. I have a video that explains it. It's the video that you are watching right now. Good day, I am teacher Marvic F. Gabani. Have you ever heard people use like this 1 times 10 to the 6 or maybe 3.4 times 10 to the negative 8? Those are examples of a way of writing a number called scientific notation. Scientific notation is a way of expressing a numbers that are too large or too small to be conveniently written in decimal form. Scientific notation is in the form a times 10 to the n power, where a is the coefficient that must be between 1 and 10, and n is the exponent that must be an integer. Let's break down the procedure for converting back and forth between numbers written in standard or regular form and scientific notation. Starting with these two examples in regular or standard form. First, count how many number of places you need to shift the decimal point in order to be only one digit to the left of it. For this number, we need to shift 8 places, and for this, 6 places. The number of places we need to shift will be the exponent in the scientific notation, but the sign of the exponent is determined by the direction we shift. If you shift to the left because you started with a big number, then the exponent will be positive. But if you shift to the right because you started with a small number, then the exponent will be negative. So that's give you times 10 to the something part of the scientific notation. And to get the number that is multiplied by that power of 10, we just take the shifted decimal point and remove the zero that don't really need to be shown. But what if we start out numbers in scientific notation and want to convert them in regular or standard form? Let's do that with these two examples. The first step is to look at the exponent. It tells how many tens you need to multiply or divide by to get the number in regular form. If the exponent is positive, that means you need to multiply by that many tens. In these examples, that means that we need to multiply by a total of 7 tens to get that numbers in regular or standard form. That would be a lot of work, but we can also just shift the decimal point to that number of places. Which direction do we need to shift it? We need to shift it in the direction that would make the number bigger. We need to shift it to the right, so we just shift the decimal point 7 places to the right. But as you can see, there are 7 digits after the decimal, so any places that don't have the digit just be filled with 0. There, the number in regular form is 41,650,000. In the second example, the exponent is negative, which means that we need to divide by that number of tens to get the number in regular form. Again, we can do the division or we can shift the decimal point the same time. Since dividing by fractions of 10 makes the number smaller, we need to shift the decimal point in the direction that results in smaller number, that is to the left. Since our exponent is negative 5, we will shift the decimal point 5 places to the left. And any places that we shift past that don't already have the digit should be filled with 0. We also put 0 in one's place. That is always a good form of decimal number. So the number in regular form is 0.00000109. Alright, that's the basic in scientific notation. Try to practice on your own, and thank you for watching.